What's going on, everybody? This is Jan Sports back here again. Just want to quickly recap the Green Bay Packers losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before we start, just want to congratulate the Buccaneers. Congratulate Tom Brady. Again, we like to blame the system. We like to blame Belichick for the reason that Tom Brady was so successful with the Patriots. Well, now he's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, first year in the NFC, and he's gotten to the Super Bowl. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Buccaneers, and obviously they're going to be playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Which, by the way, I just did my Bills Chiefs video, so I'll have that probably linked below the description, or you guys can click on the channel. You guys can view that if you guys want to. Um, but yeah, man, the Buccaneers, man, just unbelievable road that they went through. The fact that they got dominated by the Saints a couple times, and we all had our doubts that, hey, can they even compete with the Saints the third time? And they were to go out there. Well, first they were to beat the Washington football team, then they beat the Saints, and then as another wild card team, beat the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. And you're talking about a team that is so used to the heat, that's so used to playing in domes, and they were able to go into Lambeau in the cold, especially where Green Bay has that home field advantage, where especially what they did to a team like the Rams against the number one defense in the league, how they ran the ball so successfully, and how they were able to throw it, and the protection, that's the same team. And Tampa Bay was able to go in there for a second time, and for the most part, for a majority of the game, kind of take control of this game. Up until I would say Green Bay took control, up until Green Bay got the momentum a little bit, and they came very, very close to getting the lead back. But Tampa Bay was able to hold them off for a little bit longer. But definitely a huge momentum changer was definitely Scotty Miller. That Scotty Miller touchdown where I believe he just went right behind the defense as the time expired. And Tom Brady just floated a beautiful ball with Scotty Miller leading the way, with leading Scotty Miller, was able to get a touchdown with no time left, which was crazy. It's like I don't understand how in the hell they played. I don't know if it was man-to-man coverage or maybe it was some type of busted coverage with the safety. Maybe the safety was trying to maybe the safety's assignment was to provide some help over the top, and maybe he misjudged where Scotty Miller was going to be. But Scotty Miller got behind the defense, was able to get the touchdown, and Buccaneers was able to take a big lead going into halftime. So that kind of was the momentum changer. And then obviously, it was the fumble. It was the fumble, which Devin White was able to scoop him up and set Tampa Bay up in great field position. Where of course Tom Brady was able to throw the pass to Cameron Brate, was able to score a touchdown that scores 28-10, and I thought the game was over then. Um, Even though there was a bunch of things that definitely happened before it was 28-10, right? It was the drop passes, it was the missed blocks, it was the fact that Shaquille Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul it was just nothing but endless pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Couldn't really step up in the pocket that too much. The interior defensive line was starting to get a little bit going too with Vita Vea and Dominican Sue there. So there was a lot of things that kind of contributed to the 28-10 lead. And not to mention the fact that Tom Brady, for the most part, had a clean pocket. It was kind of looking like how it was last week. Had a little bit of a clean pocket. Again, the Packers, they weren't really able to get that much pressure until midway through the third. That's when Kenny Clark really started to ball out. Kenny Clark was a beast this game too. Trust me, he was really good in the run game and the passing game. But Kenny Clark was able to get going. Zadarius Smith had a little bit of a quiet day, but you will see Zadarius Smith was able to get going too. Preston Smith as well. But yeah, man. 28-10, man. You talk about that, but even despite that, I mean, Green Bay had so many opportunities to get back in the football. Well, they did get back in the football game, but take control of the lead. Um, you talk about the interceptions with Adrian Amos and with I forgot the cornerback's name, the kid that went to Louisville. He was able to get a couple of interceptions. I forgot his name, but it'll come back to me anytime soon. But he was able to get a couple of interceptions. Adrian Amos, like I said, was able to get an interception, and it was those turnovers that kind of swung the momentum back in Green Bay's favor. And obviously, Aaron Rodgers was able to get it cooking. We was able to see Marquez Valdez Scantling. We was able to see Devontae Adams get the ball going a little bit. And a lot of those playmakers on the outside was able to get it going as well. Aaron Jones was able to get it going in the run game. But there were really two situations that happened. Number one was the drop pass for the 2-point conversion, which I don't know why I don't know how in the hell he dropped it. It was wide open, great pass by Aaron Rodgers going to his right, and he dropped it for a 2-point conversion. And then there was the Matt LaFleur play call of not going for it. Well, first there was another one, Aaron Rodgers, where he pretty much stepped inside the pocket, and he was scrambling to the right side. And it looked like he had so much open space that he could have honestly ran it in for a touchdown. Instead, he tried to fit that ball in into to Marquez Scantling. And obviously it failed, which set up the field goal, which I don't know why he went for. I don't know why he didn't go for in that situation. I know a lot of Packers fans are wondering, why was Matt LaFleur so conservative in that type of situation, that type of scenario, where if you give the ball back to Tampa Bay, it's 31-23 with like 2 minutes and like 18 seconds left in the clock. Why are you not going for this where you could potentially, the score is like 30, where you could go for it. And if you get it, the score could have been maybe 30 or 29 or maybe 31 to the score could have been 29-31 with a chance to kind of tie the game up. And if the defense was able to get the ball back, then you have an opportunity to not only get the ball back, but to go ahead and win the game. There's a lot of people that was kind of questioning. Now, again, Matt LaFleur, he said that, hey, I felt like I made the right judgment call. I made the right decision. And we would have never known, because even if it's 4th and goal, if they don't get it, you don't get no points, and Tampa Bay gets the ball back, and the game is practically over. So, maybe Matt LaFleur was afraid of the worst scenario instead of going for that, instead of going for the risk, instead of going for that, of thinking about the reward. But Green Bay had an opportunity to get the ball back, and they didn't get it. So, there was a bunch of things, a bunch of situations that happened. Again, Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett were damn near unblockable tonight. I feel like Green Bay did not do a good job protecting Aaron Rodgers. Obviously midway through the game, defensively, they were able to step up and force some turnovers. But at the end of the day, the Green Bay Packers just couldn't get it done. And when you have home field advantage, when you're welcoming an opponent that primarily plays in these hot weather type of situations, they're used to playing in domes, and you have the home field advantage, it's there at your place. You're not in San Fran. You have the home field advantage. You got to take advantage of that. And they couldn't really run the ball today. They couldn't really. They had some success through the air, of course. That was their bread and butter. But there were some drops. There was just some questionable play calling. Couldn't really block their edge rushers. And then there was turnovers, which set up Tampa Bay in scoring. So, obviously you can make an argument Green Bay was the better team. And sometimes, these teams, the better team does lose in these situations. But, they didn't capitalize, and Tampa Bay did. And, I'll give Green Bay credit for coming back. But at the end of the day, the Buccaneers were able to do their job. And Tom Brady is going to another Super Bowl. I think this is his 10th Super Bowl, I believe. I believe this is this is Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl appearance, which is insane. And he's doing it at the age of 43. And the Buccaneers have a shot to take down Patrick Mahomes, take on those Chiefs. And who knows, Tom Brady can end up with 7th rings today. So, once again, congratulations to the Buccaneers. They do have home field advantage. They're actually the first team to actually kind of play in their own stadium. So they're going to have a little bit of a home field advantage there. But obviously, we will find out who's going to win between Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. So it's going to be a fun matchup, and I can't wait to watch it. But Green Bay, I know you guys are just, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like Aaron Rodgers is going to be 38. You guys have been to 2 conference championships. You can make an argument that these were your 2 best teams probably since the Super Bowl wins. I mean, this was a great defense, great offense. I just, just today wasn't not in your day. And they got to go back to the drawing book. And Matt LaFleur, I think as a coach, kind of has to evaluate himself. What can he do to get this team over the hump? Because they got the talent, and they're going to have the talent next year to get it. Obviously, they got to see if they want to pay back Aaron Jones, or if they want to move on towards the future with A.J. Dillon being in the backfield. But they got to evaluate, and we can see. We'll see what happens, because I think the NFC will get stronger next year, and I don't know. We're just gonna have to see what happens with Green Bay. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. I would definitely like to hear feedback as well in the comments from Packers fans and Buccaneers fans, or any other fans that just want to add some feedback or want to just talk about the game. And we can definitely hash it out there. So, yeah, anyway, Jan716, a.k.a. Jan Sports, and I am out. So, have a good night. Peace.